Caleb Wolfinger alongside my colleague Evan Patrick here from AT&T Stadium in Dallas, Texas, as Penn State just won the 2019 Cotton Bowl Classic over Memphis. It was a pretty wild game for Penn State. The Nittany Lions got down 13-7 in the early going, and it looked like they'd be in for a dogfight against an upstart Memphis team that was playing for its head coach, who was in his first game as a head coach. And the Nittany Lions battled back, took the lead, and would never look back from pretty much halftime onward when they went in with the lead at the break. And Penn State's offense was dynamic all game, putting up over 50 points, and it was led by, its run game.
Yeah, the run game was by far the standout part of the offense today. Journey Brown looked as good as he's looked all year. I mean, he's been on a tear the second half of the season, and that beast mode run he had early in the game was one of the most impressive plays I've seen a Penn State player make all season. He was really going off the entire game. He just looked so good, along with the whole rest of the Long Boys squad. I mean, Ricky Slade had a big run in there at one point. Devin Ford contributed alongside with Noah Kane as well. Again, coming back from injury, looking like he didn't skip a beat. And I mean, Penn State's running game was huge. The passing game wasn't incredible. Wasn't what it's used. Hasn't been amazing consistently for a while, but the run game definitely led the Nittany Lions today.
And defensively, Penn State, not a great game, gave up over 500 yards, and both teams combined to give up over 1,000 yards of total offense. But there were some standouts, and Micah Parsons was the talk of Twitter. He was the talk of the college football world for these few hours, at least until the playoff later. And he had a tremendous game. He had 14 tackles. He was all over the field. Forced a fumble. Was just by far the best player on the field, and it wasn't even close. And I think that I can speak for both of us when I say that Penn State's linebacker group next season is going to be just fine. Since they got Parsons coming back to lead them at that position, he should be an early front runner for Defensive Player of the Year in the Big Ten. And outside of that, he also had a hand in forcing the biggest play of the game, which came on a pick six from senior safety Garrett Taylor in his final game. The fifth-year player. Parsons knocked the ball away, a little deflection from Memphis quarterback Brady White, and Taylor picked it up, ran about 20 or so yards, give or take, to the end zone, and that effectively put the game away for Penn State. Memphis was playing catch-up the rest of the night, and Penn State's ground game salted the game away. And that'll do it for our coverage this season and today at the AT&T Stadium for the Cotton Bowl. Penn State wins their 11th game of the season, goes home with a Cotton Bowl trophy, and Nittany Lions are going to look ahead to next year where they'll undoubtedly be a player at the top of the Big Ten East. Make sure to follow us on social media and at collegian.psu.edu for continuing coverage throughout the night.